New at 4 in today's Community Focus, universal pre-K has been a top priority for leaders in Rhode Island and Mass for years now, but so far only one New England state has achieved it. Steph Machado from Globe, Rhode Island is here now live in studio to talk with us about the progress and why this milestone is so hard to achieve. Steph, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Kayla.
So former Governor Gina Raimondo first set this goal to get to universal pre-K. Governor Dan McKee also wants to get there. But why is Rhode Island so far from that goal?
It's money. Unlike K through 12 education, states are not required to fund pre-K or preschool other than for special needs students. So that means the priority is always going to be to fund areas of education that are required by law. But there is a large body of evidence that shows preschool or pre-K for 3- and 4-year-olds is incredibly beneficial. It can affect outcomes for many years to come. And so states like Rhode Island and Massachusetts have chosen to put money into public pre-K. But it's still not enough to get to universal pre-K, which is defined as having enough seats for 70% of the students. So in New England, only Vermont has reached that milestone as a state, Kayla. And in Rhode Island, that would be about 7,000 seats to get to universal, just for 4-year-olds. So that was the original goal set by Governor Gina Raimondo. Right now, we have about 2,800 public pre-K seats in Rhode Island. That's roughly double what we had before the pandemic, but you can see still pretty far from that goal. Governor McKee has also moved the goalposts a bit. His goal is 5,000 seats by 2028.
And as we reported yesterday, a group of New England mayors gathered in Providence to discuss this issue. And at the time, Providence Mayor Brett Smiley announced that Providence has achieved universal pre-K access. You did some fact checking here. Is that true?
Well, it depends how you do the math. Experts say quality is just as important as quantity. So the Rhode Island Department of Education only includes full day, so around 6 hours, free, high quality seats when they are counting towards that goal of 7,000 seats in the state. So Providence in their math included private seats that are not free and also part-time seats as one full seat in their calculations. And that's what led them to say that more than 80% of 4-year-olds in the city have access to some sort of pre-K. While that's true, if you're using RIDE standards, which is also what early childhood experts use, by my math, Providence is more at about 48%. It's still higher than the statewide numbers, but it is not universal pre-K in Providence. Here's the mayor's response to that.
We're celebrating a milestone. I think the families of Providence would want us to celebrate, but we're not done yet, and we're not declaring victory, and we're not resting on our laurels.
Okay, so Steph, Rhode Island's latest goal here is 5,000 seats. Are we on our way to achieving that?
Well, Kayla, the number of seats was flat this year compared to last year, and so was the funding at about $29 million. And RIDE tells me they are not going to ask for more money for pre-K next year because of budget constraints. So we'll have to see what ends up in Governor McKee's budget in January, and then what lawmakers ultimately decide to do about pre-K when the budget ends in June.
All right, Steph, thanks as always for your reporting. And of course, you can read more about the path to universal pre-K right now at globe.com/Rhode Island.
Thanks, Kayla.